You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan, in for Julia Wiegand. Donations are now being collected to help residents of Kentucky who've lost everything after tornadoes hit the state there earlier this month. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has the details on how you can help.
The greater Hazleton community is once again stepping up to the plate to help out people who've been affected by tragedy. Project Santa Hazleton to Kentucky is underway at Blaze Alexander Mazda on the Airport Road. Project organizer Tony Colombo has partnered with area businesses to fill the trailer with supplies for tornado victims in Kentucky.
I received a couple phone calls from people that said that they, obviously, you've seen the devastation, they lost everything, and then no time's obviously good, but holiday time especially, now the kids were getting ready for Christmas, and now they feel that Santa Claus isn't going to come. So what we did was we decided to put Project Santa Hazleton and Kentucky together. We reached out to Alex Van Holken, and obviously he gave us the trailer and the truck, the driver. Blaze Alexander gave us to park it here and used a lot to fill it. Dominic Canuzzi gave us the forklifts, which you saw operating here, to fill the truck. And we reached out to the community again. And like I said, Hazleton, when the chips are down, Hazleton is hard. As you can see, we're full.
Project Santa is collecting new toys, bottled water, totes, pet foods, and non-perishable items to take to the residents of the storm-ravaged areas.
This is a 53-foot trailer, so for perspective at home, this is what you would see on the interstate that's taking cargo all over the United States. It holds 30 pallets worth of supplies. We've got bin boxes donated from a local farmer, Cernak Farms, south of McAdoo, and that's basically a bin box is what the pumpkins and watermelons are in, and our goal is to fill those bin boxes up. There'll be 30 of them in the truck, and that's a pretty full load of supplies.
Blaze Alexander was more than happy to answer the call and support the drive.
Tony gave me a phone call, and he said, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Can you help? And I said, yep. I said, we have a nice spot right down from Walmart on Airport Road. It's a new building. It's right on the main highway. You bring it here, we'll do the advertising, we'll fill it up.
And the response from the community has been an overall success.
We have 40% of the truck filled up right now. We're looking to get the other 60% filled up before Wednesday night so we can get on the road and there's a lot of toys in there. You ever see these pumpkin boxes that was donated? They're huge. We've got toys, about toys. You got to think, these people had their houses ripped off the foundations. Little kids, your kids are going to wake up and they're going to have Christmas morning. These people are going to wake up and have nothing. It would be nice to get some Christmas presents down to them.
You can stop by Blaze Alexander Mazda to donate items for the truck.
Going to be nice, so they can drop it off and put it under the trailer 24/7.
Donations will be collected until Monday, December 27th at 5 p.m. Organizers expect to have the truck on the road to Kentucky by Tuesday. In Hazel Township for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
A former business owner is facing charges for allegedly having inappropriate contact with an employee. The teenage victim told authorities that 68-year-old Harry Werkheiser of Hazel Township inappropriately touched her and made comments from November 2020 through June 2021 while she was employed at Bonanza Steakhouse on Susquehanna Boulevard. The restaurant closed when Werkheiser retired in early November. He was charged back on December 9th and released on $30,000 unsecured bail. Police were called on December 15th to a home in Hazleton for a report that 3 young children were left unsupervised. Officers went to the home in the 800 block of North Lee Court and found its exterior to be in deplorable condition. Various windows and doors were boarded up from the inside with plywood and fencing lattice. Police located the 3 children inside along with an adult male. The interior covered in trash, urine, feces, and junk. Sewage was leaking in the basement and cans of food were found covered in mold. As a result of the investigation, Catherine Agnello and Giovanni Balsamo were both charged with endangering the welfare of children. The two were arraigned and taken to the Luzerne County Prison, unable to post bail. A former Crestwood High School band director was taken into custody today for allegedly having inappropriate contact with a student. Wright Township Police have charged 38-year-old Theron Roberts with indecent assault after a teenage girl told investigators that Roberts repeatedly groped her over a one-year period. The Crestwood School District suspended him back in October of 2019, and he's since been replaced. Robert also faces charges of corruption of a minor and harassment. He was arraigned this morning and released on $25,000 unsecured bail. Geisinger is changing its visitor policy as COVID-19 cases continue to increase. Starting today, the health system is limiting visitors for inpatient settings. One visitor is permitted for hospitalized adult patients. That visitor must be designated and wear a wristband the entire time the patient is hospitalized. Visiting hours are between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m., and all patients and visitors must wear masks while on Geisinger property, regardless of vaccination status. Geisinger officials say 1 in 4 patients in their system has COVID and that they're reaching or exceeding capacity in some hospitals. For more information, you can visit geisinger.org/coronavirus. And COVID-19 cases are on the rise throughout Luzerne County. Over 1,450 new cases confirmed in the county last week, bringing the county's incident rate to 459 cases per 100,000 residents. Luzerne County's positivity rate also rose last week from the previous 16% to 17.2%. According to Pennsylvania's early warning dashboard, over 100 Luzerne County residents were hospitalized daily last week with COVID-related symptoms. As of today, just over 60% of eligible residents are fully vaccinated, and more than 63,300 people have received their booster shots. As for the state, there were more than 43,000 new cases reported last week. Congressman Matt Cartwright has tested positive for COVID-19. Cartwright says he received his vaccine earlier this year, but developed COVID symptoms this past Friday. He took a COVID test, which came back positive, the congressman notifying people who he had been in contact with over the last several days, and is currently quarantining at his home with mild flu-like symptoms. A $5,000 reward is being offered for the whereabouts of 45-year-old John Vincent Watson after being charged with sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl who he kept captive for 4 days back in October. Watson is being described as a black male with black hair, brown eyes, 6'1", weighing 200 pounds, and is considered armed and dangerous. He also has ties throughout Pennsylvania as well as in Los Angeles, California. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is being asked to contact the U.S. Marshal Service at 1-877-WANTED or by using the USMS Tips app. An Old Forge man is currently locked up in Schuylkill County Prison on various counts of criminal mischief and disorderly conduct for shattering the windows of multiple vehicles in North Manheim Township. The incident occurred December 14th when 35-year-old Ryan Tomzik drove into the parking lot of Green Valley Skilled Nursing located near Pottsville. According to police, he then shattered 7 car windows, including the main entrance of the nursing facility, and fled the scene. Coming up on WYLN News, find out where there's free parking in Wilkes-Barre. Plus, a Schuylkill County brewery is asking Anheuser-Busch to stop using its slogan. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Charlie. I am 8, and the forecast for tomorrow is partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN weather kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your weather kid video today.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
Did you know that WYLN News provides news updates every weekday afternoon
at 1, 3, and 5 here on TV and on social media?
Did you also know you can watch WYLN News on the go by visiting our website or YouTube page?
Now more than ever,
WYLN is your local news leader. Mayor George Brown recently announced the city of Wilkes-Barre will put a halt on parking meter fees in the downtown for the holiday season. The hold on the fees in Wilkes-Barre will take place on Union Street on the north, Franklin Street on the west, South Street on the south, and Washington Street on the east. The suspension is currently in effect and will end Sunday, January 2nd. The unemployment rate has dropped to 5.7%, according to a November 2021 report released by the Pennsylvania Department of Labor. The state's unemployment rate dipped to 1.4 percentage points, while the national rate dropped to 2.5 for the year. Those searching for work and currently working went down to 10,000 during the month, while resident unemployment fell to 18,000 for the 9th consecutive month. An increase from October levels in 8 of the 11 industry supersectors also took place in November, where jobs in trade, transportation, and utilities went up by 5,700. You can head to the L&I website at www.dli.pa.gov for more information. The Pottsville-based D.G. Yuengling and Son Brewery has asked Anheuser-Busch to no longer use its slogan for a new Bud Light beer set to come out on February 7th. Chief Administrative Officer Wendy Yuengling has sent out a cease and desist letter to the CEO of Anheuser-Busch and Vice President and General Counsel, requesting them to discontinue the phrase "next generation of beer." The brewery claims it's similar to their registered trademark tagline, "Next Generation of Light Beer," they used in February of last year to promote their Flight beer. Coming up on Hazleton's News Choice, we've got PennDOT with us and Community and You, plus who's leading the way this week? Stay with us and find out. But first, season's greetings from Brian Uplinger.
Hello everyone, Dr. Brian Uplinger, Superintendent for the Hazleton Area School District. Just reaching out, wanted to tell everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Hazleton Area School District. Please be well, and we will see you in the new year.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first.
That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@wylntv.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey! Did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Welcome to Community New here on WYLN. I'm Julia Wiegand, and today we are once again with Jessica from PennDOT. First of all, how are you doing, Jessica?
Very well. How are you?
Not too bad.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, anytime. So today, Jessica's here to talk about the 5th Annual Innovations Challenge. Now, what does this challenge mean to PennDOT, and who is part of this challenge?
It's a statewide competition that includes students in grades 9 through 12. Groups of 2 or more, they are participating in order to, for PennDOT possibly, to get students involved with STEM, engineering in particular for PennDOT. This year's competition is actually based on a comprehensive and cost-effective public outreach. We're looking for ways to engage with the motoring public, maybe some ideas that we haven't thought of, that children in grades 9 through 12 come up with better ideas.
Now, how does a student grades 9 through 12, how do they sign up? How do they get involved? What's the process?
So what they can do, the easiest way to do it is to Google PennDOT Innovations Challenge. There is an application. They can fill out the application, and then they'll have to come up with a 15-minute presentation, and it can include a PowerPoint presentation, diagrams, videos, models, anything to be able to get their point across as clear as possible. Obviously, we'd like it to be engaging. It is for public engagement. So we're looking for entries to be submitted by January 21st. So we've extended the deadline by a month. We're looking for people to make entries. So, if you're a high school student or a teacher, we definitely encourage you to apply.
Now, this is the 5th annual, correct? So how does it compare to years past? What has PennDOT seen over the past 5?
So last year, for example, the competition was based on revenue and how we can generate new additional revenues, not by by driver's registrations or tolling or gas tax. We were looking for new ideas, and then this year we're looking to engage in the public in a new, innovative way.
Now, how many students typically have signed up in the past? Like, how is the...
So in our district, in District 4, we had, last year we had 2 entries. In years past, we'd have 5 or 6. So this year we currently don't have any, so we're really looking for schools to participate.
Well, it's a good thing then the deadline was extended to January 21st. Now, what is the big reason behind PennDOT reaching out to grades 9 through 12? I know the youth usually does have a lot of great ideas because they haven't had to sit and come up with these ideas day to day. So what's a big message that PennDOT wants to say to those people interested in?
Right, we're looking for people interested in STEM. So, students that are looking at engineering, maybe, get in and see what PennDOT's all about, learn a little bit about the programs that we have, and then give us your ideas. We're looking for innovative, new ideas. Kids are obviously our future. There's always new and developing technology and ideas on how to get the information out to them. So that's what we're really looking for.
Now, once the students submit their ideas, what is the following process? Like, is there like a judging system? How does it work?
There is a judging system. So here in District 4, what happens is we will be judging. We'll have a panel of judges in our district that involves Lackawanna, Luzerne, Pike, Susquehanna, Wayne, and Wyoming counties. So we will pick our winner, and then we submit it to the state. So we'll pick our winner by the end of January. Then we submit it to the state, and there's a panel there. And what they'll do is have a competition at the state level with all of the schools in the 11 districts. And that panel will choose the winners of the entire state process.
Now, what do the winners get?
The winners, actually, it's a great prize. There's actually cash involved.
Ooh.
So it's not just getting a trophy, which a trophy is very nice, but there is cash involved, and it's about $4,000 that they split amongst the winners. If you're looking for a job, a career in PennDOT, or if you're looking for a career in the engineering world, this is a great start. You'll be able to learn a lot about what PennDOT does, how we do things, and you'll be able to participate in what we do.
All right, well, thank you so much, Jessica, for coming all the way down here to give us all the details on the competition.
Thank you.
And thank you, everybody watching out there. Remember, the 5th Annual Innovations Challenge, the deadline to submit is on Friday, January 21st. Be sure to get your entries in and visit penndot.gov for any additional information that you might want to find out about the competition. That's it for Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So Dr. Kira Weaver is leading the way to kick off this week's series.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leading the Way, where we explore the backstories of those paving NEPA toward a better future. This week, we're joined by Dr. Kira Weaver, Associate Medical Director, Emergency Medical Physician at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Welcome, Dr. Weaver.
Thank you for having me here.
Let's start at the beginning. Tell us about growing up, what you did as a kid, and what your aspirations were.
Okay, so I actually come from the Hazleton area. I lived in the Cunningham-Drums Valley. I went to Bishop Hayfie High School, ran cross country, played soccer, involved in different various community events because Bishop Hayfie was big into community service. Became interested in my junior year in emergency medical services. So started volunteering with a local ambulance in my hometown, eventually went for my EMT, became an EMT, started running as an EMT through, basically senior year of high school, and then continued to work as an EMT during college. So that kind of was the first exposure I had to emergency medicine, made me start thinking about going into a medical career. Definitely was thinking about medical school someday, although that seemed a little bit farther off because I was just, going into college at that point.
So did you assume that you were going to take medical courses in college?
I did. I went to college as a biology major with a minor in chemistry, so to kind of keep some options open, but I did take some extra classes geared towards pursuing a career in medicine.
Okay. Did you have support from family and friends?
Definitely. Obviously my family, close-knit, they also live in the area. And then the other thing too is, some of my colleagues in EMS have been long life, friends, so they've also been involved, they've known me for a long time, and so they've also been a support system as well.
So when you were in college, at what point did you say, this is what I want to do?
So it came back a little bit later. I originally had thought about it. I did an internship in Atlanta, Georgia, my junior year, and I kind of stepped away from going into medicine. There were a few things. One, I never lived in Atlanta, Georgia, so that was tough. Big transition from living in this area. And then the other thing that I had thought about too is I wasn't sure, if the timing was right. I had thought about going into a physician assistant program. I was trying to weigh out some options. So what I did was I actually went to the University of Scranton, did some courses in chemistry, and then also worked on my paramedic at that time. So I worked for a few years as a paramedic after all the schooling, and that's actually the experience that really made me decide to apply to medical school.
Did you think that you were going to be back in Hazleton, or did you, think you were going to be somewhere else?
I was hoping to come back to Hazleton. One of the things that was beneficial, I was really interested in Lehigh Valley Health Network's emergency medicine residency. And around the time that I was in medical school and starting to apply for residency, Lehigh Valley Health Network had basically purchased the hospital up here. And so that also, made me think that would be a more realistic possibility.
Check back tomorrow night as Dr. Weaver continues leading the way into part 2 of this week's segment. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.